Hello, good morning and welcome to Craft with Bella Jane. My name's Lynn and today we're going to start with a crochet charity bear, and it's fairly simple. I'll put the link for the pattern below, and if you're doing this with me in our group, our crochet and chatter group, then you'll already have the link for the pattern. So all you need is scraps of wool. You'll need 3 different colours. One colour for the bear's head, feet and hands, another colour for the jumper and another colour for the trousers. And the pattern is really simple. All you need to know is how to do a double crochet. You'll need a 3.5mm hook, a pair of scissors and a needle to sew it all together at the end, and you'll need some stuffing, which must be I think there's an instruction on here, but it must be fireproof, childproof. It must have the standard for toy filling. So yeah, that's all it says on here. There we are. So that's that. I made a start on this last night. There's my 3.5mm hook. I've got some beige double knitting. I've got some gold double knitting, and I've got some toy double knitting here. Now the pain in the neck thing of this is this toy double knitting is very slightly thicker than the others. I mean, you can't see it when you do it, but anyway, there we are. So I made a start last night. I obviously haven't tied in any of my ends and I haven't cut this off because you need to carry on. So it's all made in one piece, and you start with the feet, and then you do the legs, then you do the top of the trousers, then you do the body of the jumper, and then the head. The arms you will put on later, and I'll show you how to do that. So that's side one, and it says in the pattern, yeah, the head is up to the fold, which is the top of the head. That's 14 rows. So we carry on now, we do another 14 rows and we work down the back. There's nothing complicated in this. All it is double crochet. So I'll show you one row now. So I've got a little piece of paper here as usual, and I've got my 28 rows for the head there. So I'm up to row 14. I like to cross those out as I'm going along. So all it is now is let me show you. You come to the end of this row. There we are. We come to the end of this row. So there are 18 stitches in a row. Okay. You start with 9 for these, and then you end up with 18, obviously, because you join it all together. So the last stitch goes into there, double crochet, pull that through, and then chain 1 and turn, and you do that every row. So we're going along, and we go into this first stitch here. Okay, there's our chain 1, and we're going into that first hole there. So double crochet into there, UK double crochet, yarn round needle, pull through 2, insert, yarn round needle, pull through 2. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3 stitches, So 4, you don't really need to count them. 5, unless you're an absolute beginner. 6, 7. I'll just do this one row. And then I will meet you at the back end of the head on row 28. And I will show you, once I finish this one, I'll start another one and I'll show you exactly how to start from the very beginning. So I'll just get to the end of this and show you the ending again. You do this every row. So that's 16, 17, 18 stitches. Make sure you go through all of that there. You need to have the 2 bars at the top when you go through, and chain 1 and turn. Okay, and that's how each row is done. So I will I'll leave it there. I'll come back to you in a minute and show you how to start the feet at the bottom. Okay. Okay, I'm back. So we'll just make a loop and insert, and then the pattern, let's go to page 1, and the pattern says row 1, chain 10, work double crochet into each stitch across. Okay, so we'll start here with chain 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10, and there's our 10 stitches. Now the 10th stitch equates to our chain 1 when we chain 1 and turn when we work our rows. So we're not going into this stitch here, we're going into this next stitch. So we're going into the 2nd stitch from the hook, which is there. Okay, so double crochet. So we want 9 of those. 1, 2. It's always a bit, you know, when you first start, it gets easier as you go along. 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's a very simple UK. Sorry, forgotten what I'm doing now. 6, 7, 8. I've pulled that last one a bit tight, so I might have to fiddle with it. And the last one is in there, which I've pulled a bit tight. You just have to excuse me for a minute while I just get a bit closer to that. No idea why I don't wear my close work glasses. There it is, I've got it. And 9, and there we are, that's our 9 stitches. Chain 1 and turn. Now we're going back into this one here. We want both of those loops on our needle when we go back. So 1, into there. It gets easier as you go along, so we want that V on top of our crochet hook there. 2, 3, 'Can't see anything now because I've not got my glasses on at all. Right, let's just count again. I think that's 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8. Make sure you go through 2, that V at the top, and the last one you've got to find the hole there. 9. There we are, and chain 1 and turn. So that's the start of your foot there. And okay, so we've done that first one. We've gone there and we've gone back again. So we've done row 2. So we need 5 rows. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've done 1 and we've done 2. So we're on 3. So we've chained 1 and turned, and it gets easier now because you can see the hole where you want to insert your hook. There it is. You can see it there. There we are. So I'll just work up to the colour change, and then I'll come back to you after I get to the top of the leg. So I'll just show you how to change colour. So that's a couple more rows to go. So when I come to edit this, I might just fast forward you a little bit. So chain 1 and turn, and then that's row 3 done. So we're on row 4, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh no, there's 8. Is that 9? That's 9. 9. Chain 1 and turn. Right, so we're halfway along row 6 now. And row 6 tells you to work double crochet along until you get to the end and then change colour. So I'm just going to show you how to change colour. Now we're using this blue for the trousers. And just to show you, you can use any wool you want. This is a double knitting, but it's a crepe type of wool, which is fine. You can use anything you've got left in your stash. Okay, so we'll go along to the last stitch. Into number 9, and then we've got the 2 stitches on the needle, and we just join in the blue and pull that through, and there we are, that's it. There it is. Now I like to just hold on to those two. Now you can cut this off now. You don't need it again until you get to the end, and then you can just put a little knot in there just to hold those stitches together. There they are. Hold those cut off edges together. Right, so chain 1 and turn. And now we're on leg 1, colour B, and we've got 12 rows in total, so we want to work rows 1 to 11. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then at row 12 we cast off. So there's row 12 ready for that. So we haven't done anything yet. So let's do row 1, and then I'll come back to you when I get to the end of row 12. So into there, 1, 2, and there's nothing to do except double crochet 9 stitches row after row until you get to the top of the leg. And when you join the two legs together, you've got 18 stitches. Nothing out of the ordinary, no shaping at all in the whole of the bear. It's just straightforward. And if you're capable of counting your rows, you don't even need your bit of paper and your pencil. But I mean, I've been doing that since I was a child, and I've just got into the habit. I've tried all those little row counters that you can buy, and those little row counter watches that you can put on your finger, and I just like my bit of paper and my pencil. Right, so that's number 9. Chain 1 and turn, and then we're on row 10. So I'll come back to you, we're on row 2, sorry. We'll come back to you when I get to the end of row 12. Okay, I'm back. Okay, so this is leg 1, and we've completed leg 1 and we've fastened it off. Okay. And I've gone to the same place with leg 2, but I haven't fastened that off because I want to carry on. So here we are in the middle of leg 2, and let's finish that off. So 7, 8 and 9. Now this pattern doesn't have anything in the centre, the legs just join straight up, so we're going straight into that first stitch there at the top of the first leg. Yarn over needle, pull through and make a double crochet in there, and there we are. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. Chain 1 and turn. Yep, that's fine. Okay, these dangly bits are very annoying, but there we are, what can we do? Okay, so leg 2 is now attached. So we are going to work across the top of the trousers, 8 rows in total. And we're going to work on the 18 stitches across. So work 1 double crochet in each. There's no gaps between the legs. Crochet will simply carry across from one leg to the next and form a continuous row of 18 stitches. So we're going to go as far as row 7 and then we're going to change colour on row 8. So we're going to complete a further 8 rows. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and I will it's exactly the same as you've been doing up to now. You're just working on 18 stitches, and you've just got to work 8 rows across, and then when you get to the end, that's 1. When you get to the end, you chain 1 and turn, and that's all there is to it. And I will meet you at the end of row 8 and we will change colour to make the jumper. Okay. So we just carry on across there until we get to the end. Mm. 18, chain 1 and turn, and there we are. Okay, so I will meet you back here at the end of the 8th row, which completes the top of the trousers. Okay, so we've come to the end of the 8th row, which is the top of the trousers, and we're going to change the colour now. So we've got 3 more stitches to do. So 17, 18, no, 16, 17, 18, sorry. And then we change that colour. So we'll just snip this off here. Roll that up, putting it out of the way. And then we'll change to this bright pink, which I've had in my cupboard for a while, and well, it was supposed to be a dog, a sausage dog, but I didn't really enjoy making it, so it's just been sat there waiting to be used, and I thought, well, why not use it for this, because it's a lovely bright colour, isn't it? And I'm sure whoever gets this teddy bear will like to have a teddy bear with a nice bright jumper. So chain 1 and turn. Okay, chain 1 and turn. Right, jumper fronts. Work 1 double crochet in each stitch across the 18 stitches for 11 rows. go down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and there's 12, which will be the last row. It's lovely and soft, this wool. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, I don't know where I'm up to. I don't know, I'm not concentrating, am I? And chain 1 and turn. Let's just check now. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 18. There we are, we're right. Okay, so I will carry on with this jumper, and I will meet you at the neck, which will be the top of the jumper and the neck on row 12, where we will once again change colours to make the head. Okay, so we're at the end of row 12. We've come to the neck, and we're just going to finish this row off together. This wool is lovely, but it splits terribly. There we are. Cut that off. Get rid of that. And now we need the colour for the head. It goes in there. Chain 1 and turn, and before we do that we'll just make a little knot here. I may change these little knots before I sew things up, so I'm not making them very tight, and turn. And we're on the head, which says 14 plus 14 rows, which means when you get to 14 you start going down the back. So we want 128 rows. In the pattern it says 127, and then it tells you that you change colour on row 28. So I'm going to just write 28 down here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 6, 27, 28. And there we are. So we've chained one and we've turned, and we're just carrying on as we have been doing from the start. So this is row 1 of the head. You do notice the different weights of these wools, even though they're all double knitting. You can just feel, I mean, this one, it's not very expensive yarn, but the pink one is a very expensive yarn. It's a Karen Simply Soft, which is, you know, one of the more expensive yarns you can buy. And I got that in a kit. I was supposed to be making a floppy dog, but oh gosh, didn't like it at all. And a skinny little thing, skinny little legs, and it's been sat in the cupboard for ages. I just didn't get on with it at all. And when I was looking for yarn to do this with, I thought, oh blow it, let's just use it. I'm not going to make that dog. Okay, so that's 18, chain 1 and turn. Okay, so there we are. So we're on the front side there, and we're doing the head. And I'll come back to you when I have finished row 27 and I'm halfway along row 28, and we'll change colour back to pink. Okay? Okay, so we are now on row 28, and what we need to do now is work our way back down the back of the bear. So we've almost completed the head. There's the head. We make the ears by putting some stitches across there. So we're going to do the jumper again, and we're going to do the top of the legs again, and then we'll do the legs. When I get to here, the top of the legs, I'll come back to you and show you how to separate the legs out. So we repeat what we did for the front. So we're going to do these rows again, the pink rows down to there, then we're going to change colour back to the blue, and then we'll meet up again here at the join of the two legs. Okay? Okay, so we'll just join in the pink before I leave you to carry on and meet you back at the top of the legs. So the same as we've done before, so the last stitch, and then pull yarn round needle, pull through, and then, sorry if you can hear the TV, chain 1. I think it's Midsummer Murders. And we'll just cut that off. Just fasten this together, and then we've chained 1, we've turned, and then we just work across now the 18 stitches. So 2, 3, 4, suppose I ought to be talking quite loudly to cover the sound of the TV which is on next door, but I'm concentrating on this. Okay, so I'll come back to you at the end of the legs, which will be, I'll just tell you which row it'll be. It's the arm. Okay, so top of the trousers, colour B, work 1 to 8 rows on the 18 stitches. Do not fasten off, and then I'll come back to you when we get to that point. Here we are back. We've come to the end of the 8th row at the top of the trousers at the back. So we are now here on this part of the pattern. Top of the trousers, rows 1 to 8 we've done. Do not fasten off. So this is the 3rd leg, they call it. So we've done 1, 2, and this is leg 3. And we're in colour B still, which is blue, and we're going to work 12 rows. Row 1 says continue with the colour, work 1 double crochet in each of the next 9 stitches, chain 1, turn, leaving the remaining 9 stitches of the row unworked. So let's do that. So we've just come to the end of this row. Here we are, 18, chain 1, turn. Now work 9 stitches, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9, chain 1 and turn. So we've left these 9 stitches, so it should be 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 stitches there for the last leg, and we're going to work excuse me, we're going to work 12, well, we're going to work rows 1 to 11. So we've done row 1, now we're going to do up to row 11, and then I'll come back to you at row 12. Row 1. Then back with you now. I have got to this point. I've got leg 1, 2 and 3, and now I'm going to start leg 4. So yeah, I'm going to put my hook into there, in there, and I'm going to join the wool, the blue wool, pull it through, pull through a loop, and then chain 1, pull that back so that's nice and tight, and then working into the same hole I'm going to do 1 double crochet using that loop and putting that through. So that's 1. Can I show that again? Okay, so into that hole between where the two legs are, or will be, pull through, dog hair there, look, pull through, chain one, and then make one double crochet into that hole. So into there, pull through, yarn round needle and pull through those two, and then I've got to make so that's 2, 3, 4, 5, whoops, 5, 6, 7, oh dear, 8, I've got 10 now, so I better just check on this. 9, 10, oops, 9, hang on, right, let's just check. So there we are, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, yeah, something wrong there. Let's have a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, we don't go into that hole, we go into the first stitch, which is there. And sorry, it does say that on the pattern now, thinking about it. So, hello Jess. Did you come to find me? Okay, pull through the loop. Okay, pull through the loop. Chain one. Just tighten that up. And then we want to double crochet into this stitch here. So there we are. That's it. There. And then we need to work to the end, which will give us 9 stitches. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There we are. And then chain 1 and turn. So now we're going to work on those 9 stitches, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And we're going to do that for 12 rows, and then we're going to attach the brown colour for the foot on row 12, and we're going to work a further 6 rows, and that will give us that. Okay, and I just thought I'd show you what I finished overnight, which is the first one I started, and there he is. I've attached the arms, and I've sewn him off, turned him through, left a gap there for stuffing. I've just got to make the face and the ears, and it tells you on the pattern, don't be tempted to make points, don't push these corners out, leave them rounded, because you want teddy bear ears. And then I made a little scarf, put some tassels on the end, and it doesn't fit yet because that neck has to be you have to gather that neck. So once that neck's gathered, then that will fit. So yeah, so that's the other one I'm working on. So I'll come back to you when I've finished the fourth leg, and then I will show you how to what to do with the head. Now I'm thinking I might put the face on before I actually sew the head together this time. It might make life a lot easier. So by the time I see you next time, I will have finished leg 4. I'll have completed leg 4, and I will be ready to stitch together the head, and I might have done the face by then. But I will definitely have finished stuffing this guy, and I will have put his face on, and he'll have his scarf on, and I'll have sewn up his leg. So that one will be finished by the time I see you next. So that'll only be a couple of seconds away for you. Okay. Sorry, batteries went then. Right, so we've got 14. We've got a little hole there, but we can just sort that out with those spare threads that we've got there. We'll just sew that up. So we're going back now across our 14 stitches, and we just need to keep a count because we've got to do 12. How many rows have we got to do? Across 2 till 9, row 10 rows we've got to do. Okay, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yeah, 10 rows. Excuse me. So we just go back now across. Straight into there. Same as we've been doing all along. So we've got 10 rows now of the pink, and that's row 2. 10 rows of the pink, and then we join in the brown the same as we've been doing all along to make the final pour, and then he will be completed. Now all you need to do for the ears is just do some stitches across there and some stitches across there. It tells you on the pattern, don't poke out the ears because they need to be a bit rounded. So, and then what you do is you fasten off, you get your pink wool on a sewing needle, and you do a running stitch in the top row of the pink all the way around the neck, and then you pull that tight so you've got a neck instead of him being straight up and down like that. And then once you've done that, you fasten off your pink, and you sew your you just sew down your scarf so it's attached, and I push the needle through and just catch the front as well so it can't come undone, and that's him. And then you turn this inside out now all the way through, and you use a whip stitch and you sew all the way round. But what you need to do is you use your brown for the brown bits, you use your pink to sew up the pink bits, and fill your needle up with this if you need to, a fresh thread, because you probably won't have enough with these. It's quite faff and fiddly. Make sure you line up your colours like that. Make sure you line them up, and then you sew all the way around, so you go round there all the way round, line up the paws, you go all the way around there, blue, sew blue with blue and brown with brown, sew in all these threads, and all the way. Now it's up to you how much you leave. Now I've been doing this for years, so all I leave is that much, and I stuff him through that much. But you can leave that much if you want. You can leave all of that gusset there, and you can stuff him through there, and then you can sew that up on the other side when you've turned him through. And believe me, if you leave a good sized gusset like that open, it'll be a lot easier to turn him through at the end, because you've got to turn the arms through as well. So you've got quite a lot of, you know, legs and arms to turn through, and if you're a beginner at this, it'll be easier for you if you leave all of that area from there to there. unstitched, and leave that so you can turn him through. So you'd be turning him through that hole like that, and his paws and everything, and then you'll be stuffing him through here as well, and stuffing his legs. And you'll have to stuff his legs with this open, and then you catch it all down with your whip stitch. Tells you to do some extra stitches at the crotch area here, just to tighten it down. And that's pretty much it, really. Can't think of anything else. I think pretty much followed the pattern through. And there we are. And then if you're in my crochet group, we're going to donate all our Trauma Teddies to one cause, one charity. And if not, if you're not, then you'll need to find a charity or a child to donate to. Now these don't give you a charity to donate to, and I've just printed this off. And the other one, which we're going to use in part 2, this is the knitted version. Now this pattern comes from Norfolk Federation of WIs, and it tells you to donate your teddies to them. So not sure what the protocol is with that, but well, we'll just have to see. We'll have to find out before we do part 2. So that's part 1. That's the crocheted teddy. That's him when he's finished, and that's him halfway. Well, he's more than halfway, isn't he? He's 3/4 of the way. He's got 2 legs and 1 arm, so he's 3/4 of the way done. And there he is, and there's his scarf. I think he might be a she. I'm thinking about the next one I might do with some baby wool. I've got lots of baby wool, and then it can be for a baby. The other thing I had to make sure is that my Labrador's dying to get her teeth around this one. Okay, so thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you next time. Bye bye.